So, as many of you may know by now, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam has basically been under a freaking media frenzy this week, okay? It started off with his comments basically backing the late-term abortion bill that was proposed by Delegate Kathy Tran in Virginia. Now, if you want more backstory on this bill, if you need to get kind of caught up to what I'm talking about, check out the link. I'm going to drop it below. I already did a video going a little bit more into depth about this. So I will drop that link below. But after those comments, a few days later, a picture from his college yearbook ended up surfacing, okay? So in this college yearbook, on his page, on Governor Northam's page, is a picture of someone in a KKK hood and a picture of someone in blackface. Now, the crazy part about it is that first his comments, he started off coming out, well, hey, you know, I apologize. That's not who I am anymore.
Earlier today, I released a statement apologizing for behavior in my past that falls far short of the standard you set for me when you elected me to be your governor. That photo and the racist and offensive attitudes it represents does not reflect that person I am today or the way that I have conducted myself as a soldier, a doctor, and a public servant. I am deeply sorry. I cannot change the decisions I made, nor can I undo the harm my behavior caused then and today. I am ready to do the hard work of regaining your trust. I have spent the past year as your governor fighting for a Virginia that works better for all people. I am committed to continuing that fight through the remainder of my term and living up to the expectations you set for me.
And that basically turned into, I talked to my friends and family today, and I don't know who that could have been, but I don't think it was me.
When I was confronted with the images yesterday, I was appalled, but I believe then and now that I am not either of the people in that photo. I recognize that many people will find this difficult to believe. I reflected with my family and classmates and affirmed my conclusion. I am not the person in that photo. In the place and time where I grew up, many actions that we rightfully recognize as abhorrent today were commonplace. That same year, I did participate in a dance contest in which I darkened my face as part of a Michael Jackson costume. The person I was is not the man I am today. If I were to listen to the voices calling on me to resign, I could spare myself from the difficult path that lies ahead. I believe this moment can be the first small step to open a discussion. I am ready for an honest conversation about racial injustice and real equality.
Interesting. Anyway, so a lot of people are offended by the pictures, and rightfully so, calling for his resignation, and rightfully so. A lot of these in the conversation being Republicans, okay, who are calling for his resignation, talking about how wrong this is, talking about how we have to hold people accountable equally when these type of things come out. Fair enough, okay? I completely 100% agree with that. But we also have to be just as adamant about calling things out when they're on your side of the political aisle. However, I do realize that this is really overt. And something that I noticed and I thought was odd was that people in my sphere, right? So like my peers that would usually like jump on these stories on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I haven't really seen that, which is kind of odd to me, considering that for someone like Megyn Kelly, who would just say something, and you know, when people say something, it can always be said, oh, you know, it was just misconstrued, you know, what she was saying or her point. But that was literally, I mean, it went viral, okay? Everybody was talking about it. Everybody. But on a social sphere, just, you know, amongst my peers, people that I would usually see talking about these things, different blog sites, I just really haven't seen it, okay? Which is like kind of odd to me. Now, I do want to say, however, in terms of news media, this has been shared across the political aisle, okay? You have several politicians, commentators, and talking heads who have at least mentioned this, which I must admit was surprising to me, but I do think that this is getting some fair coverage and attention. Now, you have a lot of Democrats coming out full force calling for his resignation, which leaves me to wonder, and I don't know, what do you guys think? But these pictures, okay, were from 1984. Northam was in a Virginia Senate in 2007. That's when he started his political career. So it really makes me wonder, why are these pictures just now surfacing? So, do you think this is a matter of Democrats kind of throwing him under the bus and trying to distance themselves because of the huge backlash he was getting with the late-term abortion bill? Or do you think that because of the late-term abortion bill, it was a pro-life activist that decided they were just literally going to try to end his political career? So, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? I'll probably end up talking about this a little bit more and keeping my eyes on it, but I did just want to peek in with this story. We're going to see if he's going to end up resigning or not, because so far it doesn't look like he's having it. But leave your thoughts below. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe.